instead of just be on island time. That's another thing you probably wouldn't see in America is a motor vehicle on something like this, but yeah, depends on where you are, I guess. Those guys sitting there, they're fearless, huh? They're eating their food. That's no small drop. That's like 10 meters at least. Alright, so we're gonna... I almost went off-road here, but we're gonna go the way the Serbs that actually guarded the city would have gone. So, I mean, look at that. What the heck was that for, huh? Masonry is interesting. I've not done a lot of masonry. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a loose art, right? I mean, I've seen some pristine masonry, but I think it's interesting when it's, you know, just looks so relaxed, or whatever they've, hey, hand me a rock. Not that one. Well, it doesn't matter. Regardless, there's a lot of work here. This dog has a ball in his mouth. So ordinarily I would carry on through the park, but I'm going to go this direction, go back the way I normally come. A little different perspective. Look at this, this looks like some, I don't know, look at, there'd be a human chess game here or something. All the fountains are off. That one's got an Asian feel to it. Yeah, you see the Huawei building across the way, and you see Microsoft, big competitors in the world. So look at how this is actually constructed. So it's meant to have something here. What would that have been? Guns? It's interesting. So yeah, you see how this has been kind of like a balcony area for something. And even here, so this I could see, this is a balcony area for somebody with a gun or a bow and arrow or something. So you would hide down here while people are shooting at you. Pretty wild. So if anybody watching this from anywhere in the world for that matter, but Los Angeles, if you're interested in a tour, throw it down in the comments. I'd be happy to show you guys around. To make up stories and butcher history. I could probably do that pretty well. There's the lion. Alright, this guy's grooving like Les Paul. Welcome to the fortress. So even here, if you look, there are slits in the wall. So just enough to peek through and get a rifle barrel through, or bow and arrow, something like that. Yeah, they got some Christmas lights going up. It's gonna be here so quick. Yeah, so today's the 18th, and I guess the 28th of this month is going to be Thanksgiving in America. It's often on the 24th, I think, but It's the 28th. That's the first day of fasting here, right? If you're gonna do that Trinity fast, I think. Anyways, well, yeah, we're just, it's funny. They're staring at me. One thing I find that's really interesting, leaving America and coming to Europe where there's so many languages. I mean, in America, you're dealing with a few, you know. You're dealing with English, of course, and everybody speaks it. Spanish, and maybe some Mandarin. And that's the primary stuff. But here, you know, you see people from all over the world, and their common language is going to be English, which is so common. It's interesting as hell. That, and I looked it up the other day. The languages that are the most spoken in the world, and English was number one. I didn't expect that. I don't know why, but yeah, you know what? When you see things that come out of China, come out of Germany, come out of wherever, you know, appliances, products, all the, like the on, off, all that business, it's always in English, right? I don't see it like written in Cyrillic or written in Serbsky, although that might exist too, you know. Yeah, I'm fortunate that I learned English, or I grew up, you know, speaking it. Snacks there. And we'll go down this way. This part of the park actually has like children's amusement, like little merry-go-round and stuff. So if you go this way, it walks you straight into Knez Mihailova. So what's left to do on my to-do list today, that I have to do, is go to the market. And by that I mean probably going to Maxi. And I really should go to DM too, or Lily. I need some shaving cream. I know, TMI stands for too much information. Don't tell people things that they don't care about, Eric. Look at this. He's getting the respect he deserves, I guess, from a pigeon. Or he's carrying on doing good things for the world. Wipeout. It's like a Japanese TV show, game show. Yeah, you know, there's definitely an art to being able to just speak nonstop about, or to make things up. I used to work, well, like I tell you over and over again, right? I worked at Warner Brothers, and there was a show called Ellen DeGeneres, Um, you know, regardless of what they say about her and blah blah blah, she had to every day, you know, if she was happy or sad, if she was sick or felt good, she had to put a smile on and dance in front of an audience every day, every single day, 5 days a week. And yeah, she got paid millions to do that. And yeah, that's her job. She was trained to do that. You know, you learn to do that. You're an actor. But that's the skill, right? I mean, that's not easy. It's not easy for me. Yeah, we're going to go one more block this way. And try to go back on a different street. So these are refrigerators. And there's usually a vendor out here selling ice cream in the summertime. Yeah, here it's funny. Lots of people say, you know, I've heard a lot, that they wrap up, like the warm weather stuff, they wrap that up this time of year. And, you know, that's not my experience. From, like in northern Idaho, I'm talking like by Schweitzer, Sandpoint area, where you know, you're on a ski resort. You know, it can be freezing cold. I mean, freezing cold. And people buy ice cream. People go to the ice, you know, they get it on the cone, they walk around with it. Fascinating, you know. I mean, I do. It's not like I like cold things all the time, I guess. More than I enjoy the hot stuff. Look at this. I'm not seeing this kind of a squirrel or chipmunk. Oh, I have not seen him. Look at his ears. Wow. Yeah, he looks different. I have great squirrels in Burbank. Great squirrels. But and they look a lot like them, but they don't have ears like that. It's fascinating. Anyway, so I mean, this park is in the middle of the city, or the city's in the middle of the park. It depends on how you want to say that, but how nicely designed, you know. That's something that's Los Angeles is missing, and of course, unfortunately, what's happened there today, you know, parks are not honored. They've become cesspools. You know, I would like to run across that street, but I'm trying not to actually break the law on camera. I've never been one that jaywalks much anyways. I could wait the moment or two needed. It just ensures that extra insurance that, you know, I don't get hit, and I'm doing the right thing in the world, being part of society. Okay, here's something kind of new to me. Sovereign citizen. Have you heard of this term? In America, there are people that consider themselves to be sovereign citizens, meaning that they are not to be governed by, you know, or they're like outside of governance. And it's the same thing about not paying taxes. You know, yeah, there's a way. There's actually a way. But the problem is, as soon as you step on the road, honestly, like right here, as soon as you step on the road that I'm walking on, that I'm, you know, have the benefit of not trudging through mud, somebody built that road. The road costs money. It's part of society. As soon as you utilize, you know, a part of society, now you can't call yourself a sovereign citizen anymore. Or you can't say you don't pay taxes because you do. You have to keep that road there. That felt close. Yeah, it's a small petrol station there. It's the smallest one I've seen. Here we go. Our turn. Yeah, here's the other thing about petrol stations here. Oh, it looks like this one you can pump yourself. That's not normal here at all. I would say like 95% of the petrol stations I've seen, you know, they're like, they have an attendant that pumps for you. There's no two prices like there is in America. It's one price. Expensive. I would say overall, it's actually cheaper. I mean, I've seen the used cars I've seen here seem to be more reasonable than in America, but the cost of ownership is higher. You know, parking, registration, all these inspections. I mean, it keeps the cars running well and they're nice because of this, you know, because they have to be yearly inspected. At the same time, you can't miss and match things. You can't pull a motor out of a car and put another motor in it so easily here. It's like all these numbers have to jive somehow. And if like you have a part that comes from, I don't know, if you have a third-party part like from China, and if it's something important that has a number on it that is tied to the VIN, you can't do it. So that's why you don't see hot rods here. It's not something that is common, and yet this is a very car-centric society. I mean, I would say, like Los Angeles, people love their cars here.